Oh hi, I didn't see you there. I'm Cody, W3AMG with BridgeCom Systems, and I was just reading my QST Field Day magazine and noticed there was a review for the AnyTone ATD578 UV3 Pro. It's by Pascal VA2PV, that's Victor Alpha 2 Papa Victor. Reviewed by Pascal Victor Alpha 2 Papa Victor. The AnyTone 578, this is the AT-D578 UV3 Pro, is a tri-band VHF/UHF mobile radio for North America that operates on DMR and analog FM. This transceiver covers 144 to 148, 222 to 225, and 430 to 450 MHz. The wideband receiver has additional coverage from 136 to 174 and 400 to 480 MHz. It can also receive the FM broadcast band between 87.5 and 108 MHz. RF output power is adjustable, with a specified maximum of 50 watts on 2 meters, 5 watts on 1.25 meters, and 45 watts on 70 centimeters. The AnyTone 578 offers many features, including Bluetooth, Global Positioning System, GPS, the support for Automatic Packet Reporting System, also known as APRS operation. This transceiver operates in full duplex, supports DMR roaming, and supports cross-mode operation with one VFO in analog and the other in DMR when the crossband repeat function is activated. So a quick overview. Included in the box with the AnyTone 578 UV3 Pro radio is a built-in Bluetooth module, an external Bluetooth push-to-talk PTT key with an elastic wrist strap, a handheld microphone, an external GPS antenna, a mobile bracket with assorted hardware, a fused DC power cable, a USB to micro USB programming cable, spare fuses, and a user manual. You can download the programming software, CPS, from AnyTone or from your dealer's website. The 578 doesn't have a detachable remote head for mobile installations. However, the radio is very small and will probably fit under most vehicles under the dashboard. The front panel with its 1.77-inch color display, you can see figure 1, is attractive. The downside of a small package like that, the screen controls are small as well, but still highly functional. There are 6 programmable keys next to the display, plus a multifunction button that is also programmable push button. There are 2 separate volume knobs, one for each VFO. Volume levels are adjustable in steps, and I have found it's hard to adjust for low volume. It switches from nothing to a medium low volume level, behavior I've seen on other DMR transceivers. Many important quick access buttons are available on the hand microphone. Menu, zone up, zone down, and exit. The radio supports up to 4,000 memory channels, 10,000 DMR talk groups, 200,000 digital contacts, and up to 250 radio IDs. It's compatible with DMR Tier 1 and Tier 2. On the rear panel, you will find 2 antenna ports. One is for the external GPS antenna using an SMA female connector. You can see figure 2. The other is the standard UHF female connector, also known as SO239, with an integrated triplexer for tri-band operation with a single feed line. Next to the GPS antenna port is a removable rubber cap with 2 1/8-inch speaker output jacks that can be configured with separate outputs for each receiver, VFO A and B. You can also pair the radio with your car stereo for listening to received audio via Bluetooth, if your car has that capability, and still use the external PTT at the same time. Customizing the transceiver using the GPS. The CPS programming software for the AnyTone 578 is identical to the software used for the AnyTone's DMR handheld radios. With the new DMR radio, there is always a learning curve before you become familiar with its functions. Some features are not available until you check a box or enable a setting in the software. For example, by default, you won't find the setup menu for APRS if you do not activate this feature first. The same holds for Bluetooth and GPS. To enable these features, go into the CPS Tool tab and choose the options you want. A typical GPS programming screen is shown in Figure 3. After I installed the CPS, I wondered if the code plug for my AnyTone 878 handheld would be compatible. It's not as simple as opening up the handheld's code plug into the mobile's radio's CPS software. But you won't have to start from scratch. You can import a code plug from the AnyTone 878 handheld and edit it for mobile transceiver. The 578 can be configured manually from the front panel, and you can build a code plug from the keypad if you are patient. However, I strongly recommend taking the time to build a comprehensive code plug using the CPS software. Operation on the air. I tested the radio using analog and digital modes in simplex and on repeaters and have received very good feedback about the audio quality. If you're already familiar with the AnyTone 868 or the 878, operation of this unit will be easy. All the submenus are the same, but with more features. This radio has 2 independent receivers, and it can receive both at the same time. Both VFOs can be set to analog, or one can be set to analog and the other to DMR. When both VFOs are set to DMR, you can only receive one digital signal at a time. Keep in mind that analog APRS support is for transmit only. You can send your radio's position manually or as a timed beacon, but you won't be receiving any APRS beacons or displaying them on the screen. The AnyTone 578 is a full duplex transceiver, and it supports the repeater mode, also known as a crossband repeat. You can operate crossband between 2 meter and 70 centimeter bands, and you can also operate crossband between the 1.25 meter and 70 centimeter bands. You cannot operate crossband between 2 meters and 1.25 meters. For more information on requirements for crossband repeat or auxiliary information in the US, see www.arrl.org/auxiliary-station-FAQ. In Canada, an advanced class license is required. I wondered if the radio supports crossband repeat in DMR as well as analog FM. I started my test in analog, both VFO A and B in FM, and it worked. Then I tried DMR on both VFOs, and it worked. Then I tried one VFO set for DMR operation and one for analog FM, and was very surprised to see that it did cross mode between the 2 VFOs. Yes, you can use an analog radio to talk to DMR radio using this feature. Keep in mind that the DMR color code, analogous to an access tone in analog FM, time slot, and talk group, have to be set correctly if you want to do this. I have tried it with my DMR hotspot and it worked fine. When using a DMR handheld to communicate cross mode to analog FM, the mobile radio needs to have the same DMR configuration as the handheld for the audio to be decoded. When operating crossband repeat with both VFOs set to DMR, I noticed that it will work with any incoming signals on either time slot, TS1 or TS2. For the test, my first handheld radio was set to time slot 1 using talk group 9 on 2 meters, and the second handheld was set to time slot 2 using talk group 9 on 70 centimeters, and they were able to communicate. For the test, I made sure that neither radio was in dual time slot monitoring mode. It was a bit confusing, but the handheld configuration didn't match the mobile radio's talk group or the color code, and I couldn't hear anything. If you're considering this unit specifically for its cross-mode capabilities, you should confirm with your local dealer that this will work specifically for the intended application. When you transmit, the fans start as soon as you push the PTT button. I thought the fans were a bit loud, particularly in my quiet home situation. That may or may not be the case in a mobile installation, depending on the normal road and wind noise in your vehicle. I guess this is a compromise with a high-power transmitter in a small form factor. I recommend keeping both VFOs set to low power if you operate using crossband repeat function, as it gets pretty hot. Keep in mind that in crossband repeat mode, the radio will transmit as soon as it receives a signal or the squelch opens. Conclusion: this tri-band radio adds the 1.25 meter band and offers quite a few more features that hams expect in a VHF/UHF transceiver. AnyTone has announced a forthcoming Bluetooth microphone with integrated display that would be a great addition for mobile operation. I also like that you can use any analog handheld to talk to DMR radios via the cross mode feature. The ARRL lab did note that receiver sensitivity is lower on 1.25 meters than on the other two bands. ARRL purchased the review radio from BridgeCom Systems. Their website support section has a page with downloadable firmware and videos showing how to update the firmware and get started with the CPS software. The purchase price also includes a coupon for free access to BridgeCom University, a series of online lessons on various aspects of installing and using the ATD 578 UV3 Pro. Additional test data and photos are available from arrl.org/QST_in_depth. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this awesome review in this QST Field Day magazine. I really enjoyed it. Thanks again for Pascal VA2 PV for doing this review. I thought it seemed really well done. A lot of great information there. So if you have any interest in this radio, we'd be happy to get you set up with one. We have lots of great information such as BridgeCom University. We really want you to be successful with it. So we'll have links for that down below if you'd like to. So this is Cody, W3AMG from BridgeCom Systems. I look forward to seeing you soon. 7-3. Now I'm going to get back to reading my magazine.